Hey, what's up, everybody? Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of According to Sacha Podcast. You know, we're here with you on Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. We're on Facebook, and all the other platforms that you see us scrolling down at the bottom. We're on those video platforms, and then we're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and everything else that's scrolling down the bottom. We're everywhere, you guys. But thank you so much for always tuning in, always sharing. Thank you for downloads. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for everything. Because remember, what you do for us on this platform, you do for everyone else, all the other guests that are on our platform. Every guest that we have here, we definitely love to see them expand their audience, and we want them to get to know who you are, and I want you to get to know who they are. So this week I have another special guest. Her name is Tomeka Jones. She's a transformational life coach, and she's going to be with us tonight talking about what she do and how she serve and empower women. And I don't really have a lot to talk about. Sometimes I always have my intros and things that I'm doing and all this good stuff. I will share, everybody who's following me, I'll share all my information and things that I'm a part of. An event next week virtually. That's going to be in Nigeria, but I'll be virtually there. So I'll be with the Exceptional Girls Empowerment Conference over in Nigeria next Thursday. And yeah, I can't forget. So you guys, I don't know if y'all know that I am the editor and founder of Biz Her Way series on medium.com. We started our magazine or our publication last year, October, and we have been featuring so many women out there that are doing their thing in entrepreneurship. And we all started in National Women's Business Month last October, and we've had a great success rate, you guys. So we're celebrating our 1 year in October, and for National Women's Business Month, we're going to have our first summit, you guys. It's going to be the Biz Her Way virtual summit. I have some amazing women already signed up, and we're going to highlight them in the magazine. We're going to highlight them for the conference. So you'll start seeing me post a lot of things about my speakers and the contributors. And also, you guys, we're going to put information out there about how you can register, how you could be a part of it. It will be a free event. So women entrepreneurs, whatever phase of business you're in, I want you to be there. It's a free event. We have some amazing people giving away some great gems, and they're just powerhouses in what they do. And then also we'll be giving away a grant, you guys. I'm so excited. We'll give away a business grant to one lucky person who are our attendees. So make sure you register. Anyway, I'll have more information out to you about that. But other than that, you guys, that's all I have to talk about. And I'm going to go ahead and bring up Tomeka Jones right after this message, you guys. Be back. Entrepreneurship, small business, is something that everybody would love to do, making their own money. And this is what we will be talking about on According to Sacha. Hey, Tomeka, how are you?
Hi, Sacha. Good. Thank you.
Wonderful. I'm just pulling up my notes here that I have for you. So I got some questions.
Okay.
But before we get started, once again, I want to say thank you for taking the time to be with us tonight. It's a pleasure having you.
Yes, thank you for inviting me. Thank you, Sacha.
You're welcome. And before we get into all the other questions I have for you in this conversation, let's start off by telling the world, everyone out there who's watching, who is Tomeka Jones?
Ooh, good question, Sacha. Good question. Who is Tomeka Jones? I am love. I'm beautiful. I'm strong. I'm independent. I am a child of God. I am worthy. Did I say decisive? Because I struggle with that. In my years, I'm decisive. I'm abundant. Did I say beautiful and chocolate? Did I say that? Okay, I'm that too. All of those makes up Tomeka Jones. It's funny because, we spend a lifetime giving ourselves titles and labels, right? I can say I'm a nurse, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a military veteran, I'm an author, I'm a life coach, I'm all these things, but to the core, I am all the things that I just mentioned to you. That makes me who I am, all those things that I mentioned. So that is Tomeka Jones in a nutshell.
I love it. I love it. You know, and I mean, you really did say a lot, because a lot of times we don't look at, who we are on the inside that make us who we are, right?
Yeah.
And we're so quick to say, oh yeah, I am, an author, I am a speaker, I am this,
Right.
but that's not the character of who you are. That's not who people will see all the time. That's not the vibe that will come off from people, and everything like that. So for you to say, and one word I love the most, of course, beautiful chocolate, all those good things,
All the things. Yes, ma'am.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely love how you said, I am abundant. I love that. I love that, because that can just cross over in so many ways of, abundance, just everything. So thank you for sharing that and giving us a different perspective of how to see ourselves when we're asked,
Yes.
who are we?
Yes. Yes. Limitless
Yes,
Queen. Yes.
yes. I love that.
Mhm.
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. So let's get into it. So you are a transformational life coach, and so in order to be a transformational life coach, one has to go through a transformation. What was
Oh,
yours, and what has gotten you to this place?
my transformation. So back in 2022, I retired from the military. I served for 23 years, and I was a nurse in the military. Well, rewind before then. When I came in back in 1999, I was a logistics technician. So from there, I cross-trained, still just trying to figure out what I want to do when I grow up, right? So I cross-trained from logistics to personnel, which is human resources.
Mhm.
Um, Doing my thing with that. Still wasn't able to, yeah, it wasn't it, right? So I cross-trained again, became an officer in the Air Force, United States Air Force, and became a nurse. So
Mhm.
I retired as a nurse. And after I retired, I did an internship with this organization called Grace After Fire. And it's a nonprofit organization that helps women veterans, like with resources and all type of things that they need to succeed in society.
Mhm.
So I met with the CEO of Grace After Fire, and her name was Miss Williams, Mia. And she asked me a question. She said, "Who are you?" And I couldn't answer it. I could not answer it. 23 years in the military, you had no identity. Your identity was the military, right?
Mhm.
And within the military, I didn't know who Tomeka was. I was trying to figure out life, young 21, 22-year-old, didn't know what love was because I never had love,
Mhm.
never felt love. So I didn't know what love looked like. So um, 23 years later, after I retired the military, I didn't know who I was. So I just sat there and tears was just flowing down my face, like, I don't know who I am. So I went on this self-love, self-healing journey for like a year and a half, just doing all the things, affirmations, professional development, personal development, reading books, and just trying to find who Tomeka really is to the core, right?
Mhm.
So that's how I started my journey. And with the life coaching, it's funny, I started out with t-shirts, right? I started out, and this is one of my t-shirts, Love Your Reflection.
Mhm.
Um, I started doing that because my fear was public speaking, right? So our passion has to be bigger than our fear, right? Because I'm here and I'm doing it, right? So apparel is where I started, right? Because I didn't want to speak. I'm like, oh, I could tell my message through my tees. I don't have to ever speak again. I'm good. So one day in my closet, I was trying to find something to wear, and the word flawless hit me. And I'm
Mhm.
like, flawless, what do I do with that? Um, so a day later, the words self-love, confidence, and resilience, those three words came to me. And I'm like, oh, super dope. My brand name is Flawless, and those are the three pillars of Flawless. Because society, when we think of the name Flawless, we always think of, or the word flawless, we always think of something aesthetically beautiful, the J-Lo's, the Beyonce's, the Celine Dion, right? But it's not about that, right? It's about loving who you are, walking in your truth, and being the best version of yourself, right? So that's my Flawless. And like I said, I started out in Apparel. A couple months down the line, God said, oh no, I'm going to bring you right back around to the purpose that I have called you to do and to serve. And I've always been a person of service, right? Hence the military, hence being a nurse, hence now life coaching. So just giving back, that's just the core of me, or that's what makes me is me just giving back, giving my all, and pouring into people. So that's how Flawless came about. Flawless Life Coaching, Flawless Fashion Co. Yeah.
That's awesome. And first off, thank you for your service. 23 years. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And it's like, believe it or not, you never know, like, even the path that you did go on, like you said, you didn't really know who you were. Even while you were in the military, you still trying to figure it out, like what you want to do and everything, till you got to a place of nursing. But when you really look back, and it's like, how did every last path prepare you to find yourself, but then also to give yourself back to other women and empower them?
Yes.
It's just like when you look at that, it's like, wow, I'm here, you
Yes.
did the work. And a lot of times we don't really know, like, why do we have to go through what we go through? Why we experience the things we experience? But then when we pull that into perspective, and then we use that as resilience into empower ourselves, and we begin to empower others, and we see, oh yeah, that's what we had to do.
Yes, and a lot of times, we think of, life happening. Life is just life, but life doesn't happen to us; it happens for us.
Yeah.
So if we think about that, then I think that'll change the perspective and a lot of things when we're going through certain things in life. Different contrasts, different negative issues that come up in life, and I'm learning to sit down, sit with myself, and ask myself these two questions when I'm going through contrast or anything negative. Why is this happening to me? And what is the lesson I'm supposed to learn in this? Yeah. And then I just sit with that and sit with God, and he'll give you the answer every time. So, yes.
Yeah, that is so true. And amazing. And, so when you come across, like, with the women that you work with, or anyone, let's not even put it with the women you work with. If somebody was watching right now and they found themselves in a place that you just mentioned, like really trying to do that soul searching, who am I really? Like, what am I here to accomplish in life? What are some of the things, like maybe the top 3 things you would tell them in the process?
I would definitely say you definitely need to change your mindset. Mindset is everything. If we can shift our mindset to looking at every situation that we go through in a different light, I think that's key. And just owning and walking in your truth, right? Whatever that looks like for you, and just being authentic in all things. A lot of times we hide from who we really are, or we cover up some of the things. And hence it goes back to the word flawless. What hit me is my flaws, right? I have a birthmark on my arm, my chest, my back, my neck. And for years, I've never worn a swimsuit, never worn a tank top in public, because I was embarrassed by the darker pigmentation on my body. So I had to realize that this is me. This is what makes me unique, right? There's only one of me, only one DNA that has Tomeka all over it. So I would tell her just to mindset. Mindset is first, and then self-love. Sometimes we say, I love myself, but do you really? Are you taking the time out to do the things that you need to do as far as self-care for yourself? We could say, I get my nails done, my hair done, those things, but that's not self-care. It's the inner work that needs to be done, right? Like affirmations. I'm an affirmation queen. I have them on my refrigerator. I have them on my nightstand. I have them everywhere, right? I get up and I say them. I even have my daughter saying affirmations every morning. We're saying them, right? So I would definitely tell her, that mindset, and then embracing who she is, or finding who she is, and just being one with your source, God, whomever your source is, being one with that.
Yeah, I love that. And you say you have your daughter doing affirmations too. So it's really good to even have your kids start at an early age as well, because they'll be bombarded with so many different things. We see a lot of kids, identity crisis, like falling in the wrong crowd, like whatever it is that can, school life, period, teenage life, adolescence life. And, when they're able to start that, and you're really empowering your kids at an early age, then they're able to really grow into being that adult who even if you so you still gonna have challenges, right?
Right,
At
right.
least you'll know how to
Handle.
ride those waves.
Yes, yes.
Yes. And
Yeah.
speaking of riding the waves, you have a book. Let's talk about
Yes.
the book a little bit.
So I have a book. It's called Riding the Waves to Self-Confidence, and it's on Amazon. And it basically talks about, just being confident with your flaws, or whatever you're struggling with, or going through. Just, go through it with confidence. And it gives tips and talks about having that sister tribe, that you need to encourage, uplift you, and all the things. So it's kind of like a workbook, because it has reflection pages after each chapter. So it gives you a moment to reflect on that chapter and take notes. So yeah, riding those waves.
All right, awesome. And it's on Amazon, you guys. So and I'll make sure I'll get the link and put it in the chat of the video and everything. Y'all can order it. But speaking of women in your tribe, like how important is that for women to have like good women that they can lean on, that they can go to and confide in? In your opinion, how important is that?
It's very important, right, to have that sisterhood, that bond, because so many times, or there's times when people just tear us down, right? We go to work and we have a bad day, or family can't relate, but you have that girlfriend that you can call in the middle of the night and say, hey sis, this is what's going on. Can you pray with me? Can you laugh with me? Can I get 5 minutes to vent? Because only 5 minutes is all I get to be angry, vent, do whatever. But after the 5 minutes, I'm back on my journey. But so yeah, sisterhood is very important, because you have that accountability piece, right? And we all need the accountability piece, whether it's fitness, spiritual accountability, work accountability, just business accountability. We definitely need that accountability piece, and sisterhood is amazing, and it's important, very important. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things I think of often, excuse me, is the saying that we have where people would say amongst men, like, am I my brother's keeper? Or I am my brother's keeper, so forth. But a lot of times, in thinking about women, our tribe, and the empowerment that we can have within each other, we are each other's keeper. We are our sister's keeper. And we don't use that terminology that much with us. Like the
Yeah.
men will use it amongst themselves. Sorry, guys, we're not trying to take your thing, but
Yeah.
we're each other's accountability partners. Like you said, we are each other's keeper. And whether you
Yes.
know the other female or not, or anything, sometimes, whatever you can do to help fix another woman's crown, whatever that looks like to them and to you, it is very important, to do that. And a lot of times we say people that we know, but what about people we don't know? The women that we come across
Yeah.
every day. And so that's so important what you talked about, having your tribe, but then also finding your tribe and being able to indulge in that. And so but before
Identify.
we go further, I definitely, we still got time. Yeah, we got time for this kind of stuff. Oh, we still got time. So a mosquito over here. I was like, okay, they're trying to mosquitoes been biting me all day.
Oh,
But,
all that
but
chocolate.
I know it's like y'all need to go on a diet. So but definitely, going back to what you were talking about, the self-love and the self-care. And I love how you, brought that out where you said, yeah, people would say, oh, I get my nails done, I can do this and do that. But real self-care, that's the exterior. And sometimes it's relaxing, it's a part of self-care.
Yes.
But then you have where you need to still say, okay, the self-care to a point of self-love. And how, you really interpret that and what does that really look like. And so, I love how you really touched on that because it's really important to really consider and think of. So for you, it's self-care moments. What do you do? Outside of the affirmations?
Self-care moments. One-on-one with my daughter, we'll go to the park, skating, or just having mommy-daughter moments. But for myself, I'll go outside and just get grounded, one with nature, and just sit outside, in the front and just, think. I love art, so I go to museums or any type of museums. I love museums, so I'll do that. And any type of adrenaline rush activities. I have a motorcycle as well, so when I'm not doing the mother duties, which is not often. I try to get out and ride my motorcycle. So just doing the things that you love, reading and networking. That's something that I've been doing a lot here lately, and I'm starting to do more of it. So those things kind of, to me, make me a better me. That's the whole self-care thing, because I always find someone in the networking group that, okay, I can vibe with her. Let's exchange numbers, right? Then, we'll go have coffee or whatever, or talk about business, life, or whatever. So that's kind of good.
Yeah.
To the piece. Can't really say it's self-care, but it is doing some of the things that I enjoy doing. So
yeah, and I love that. I mean, in essence, anything that you enjoy doing, to me is like self-care, because it's like, and it turns into self-love, because when you take that time out for yourself and say, you know what, I'm going to care about me for the moment. This is what I'm going to do. I'm not trying to be selfish or anything, but I got to have my time too, because you're able to replenish. So if it's something that you love doing, you get lost in that, you can just indulge in it. You could just, have a great time with it and so forth. And, it's so freeing. It's a freeing experience. So I love that you said it. And then I love the fact that you drive, you got a motorcycle. That's an adrenaline rush.
Yes.
So you can really just go out and zone out on a drive and just be happy.
And I don't ride often, but this year, me and my daughter have the same birthday. It's August the 17th. So this year I made it a point to celebrate her part of her birthday during the day. And then I did something that night, but baby, I was super tired. But I went out and I had a blast, right? Because it's normally hustle and bustle and always about hers. But I said, this year I'm make it about both of us. So that was pretty cool.
That's wonderful. I mean, what are the odds of having your birthday on the same day? Oh my gosh.
She was supposed to be born on Labor Day, but I have to spend my rest of my life in the Booger Factory, Chuck E. Cheese, Jamaica.
When she starts getting older, and it's like, okay, seeing how you're going to do the birthdays and everything, because her birthday is not going to be in the daytime anymore.
We'll have to figure that out when we get there. Hopefully we can take trips to Jamaica, and she's sipping on, Kool-Aid, and I'm sipping on mimosa. So, I mean, yeah.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a nice birthday trip. I have a daughter too, and that's one of the things that, we made a habit. It's time for us to do another one, honestly. But having those mother-daughter trips, it's everything. When you could just disconnect with your child and with your daughter. How old is your daughter?
She's 7.
7. Yes. Oh, yeah. Making those memories. That's wonderful. You got a long way to go.
Yeah, I do. Yes.
Yeah. But it's like, my daughter's a lot older, and, being able to have that experience with her. I know one time we went to Hawaii on our mother-daughter trip, and it was so fun. It was a lot of fun when you build that bond and that relationship, and it helps to really help to shape and mold them as women, know, and having that good bond and relationship with their moms. And no matter what, sometimes everything ain't easy with daughters. It's not easy all the time. A lot of people can test, but it's a great experience that you can, really develop that relationship with them. Like that. Yeah, definitely. So before we go, tell the people, how can they find you? How can they follow you on Facebook, Instagram? Where are you at?
So I am currently on Facebook. I have a Facebook group. It's called Limitless Queens on Facebook. Also, I have a website for my coaching business. It's www.flawlesslifecoaching.com. And everything is on that page. My book, it talk about my travel, because I'm also a travel specialist too. So any type of women retreats, anything like that, I can put it together for you and your homegirls or your church mates. All things women empowerment. So that website has my book on it, and it also has my social media handles on that. So it's www.flawlesslifecoaching.com.
Awesome. And everybody, I'll make sure it's in the show notes, and that way you can go and connect with Tomeka and connect with what she's doing in life coaching. And if you find yourself in need of that transformation that she has talked about, and that empowerment and somebody to help you stay accountable, then you definitely want to get in contact with Tomeka, and I'll make sure you'll be able to do that. And Any final words before we go?
I just want to let the women know that you are flawless. All of us are flawless women. We are resilient. We are confident, and we are full of self-love. So I'm a flawless woman, and you're a flawless woman, and you're definitely a flawless woman, Sacha.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You are
Yes.
we just
Yes.
got all the flawlessness over here.
That's it. That's
I
it.
love it. I
Yeah.
love it. But thank you so much for being
Thank
here
you.
tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for watching and listening and tuning in. And remember to always share our platforms and remember to command your day and be great in everything you do.
Yes.
And we'll see you again with another episode of According to Sacha Podcast. All right, everybody, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.